I have my business partner all the way from Australia, but he is in the Philippines. And brother Michael, I mean, he is such a true warrior. I've been to Korea at least two times with him. We had a lot of fun. We built Korea like crazy. I know this gentleman, oh my God, 15 years ago, 17 years ago, a long time ago, when I first started LifeWave, basically. But guys, I want to introduce Brother Michel Servais. He is in the Philippines supporting our line with Gabrielle Mercury, right, Brother Michael?
Yes, that's right.
And I have my first question to you, Brother Michael.
Yes, sure. Go
Uh,
ahead.
yeah, what makes you want to join Lifeway?
Well, let's put it this way. I'm an entrepreneur by heart, right? I look at everything, and obviously, at the time, I wasn't ill, I wasn't in pain. But when I heard that something could remove pain in people's bodies, I looked at it straight away, even though I'm not necessarily interested to help people with their health, but this product had to be looked at. And I was not in pain, right? But I was an entrepreneur at that stage. So I
All
looked at
right.
it and then bought some.
Okay. I noticed that you always have posting in Facebook and your posting are really deep and make me curious. No matter how busy I was, I always try to read on the posting that you post. Many of them are so detailed and many of them are being challenged. But I do understand where do you get all this great information that you share it to the world? I mean, the way I look at it as you really want to help the whole world. I noticed that many of the member in your Uncle Dutch Facebook was not even in your team. I mean, bless your heart, brother.
That's right. So I've got about 36,000 people follow me.
Wow.
And majority of those would not necessarily be my downline, so to speak. But I have taken on the responsibility of making Life grow faster. And the way to do that is to make more people successful, right? And the missing
Yes.
link that I believe that David Schmidt obviously is very good at product information, but there is also a lot of background information that people would like to know about. So I go and look for the information online about what is glutathione or what is the copper peptides. And then I create a beautiful graphic with it that hopefully also inspires people. And yeah,
Yes.
people love it. So I do that every day. I promised myself I would do a post every day for the rest of my life.
I
So
noticed that in the last, I would say, what, maybe the last 3, 4, 5 years, lately, that you are really getting gung ho on live wave, like I had never seen before. What was your turnaround point that you're gonna go crazy and build live wave like there is no
all
tomorrow, brother?
right.
Can you share that?
Now
I think if
I
you share
shut.
that, a lot of people can get excited about it as well.
Okay. So what happened to me? I was wise enough to buy this book. I'm not sure if you guys can see the book.
Yes. Oops. Right,
Um, doesn't look so
right
good on
there.
my screen.
Yeah, yeah,
All
yeah. I
right.
got it.
Now,
I got it.
anyway, maybe I should take it backwards. But
Yeah.
anyway, I can
Good.
read out that it's written by Laurent Picard. Now, he has been acknowledged many times by David Schmidt because it was Laurent Picard that discovered 45 years ago um, what this peptide could do for general health and well-being. So since that time, many other scientists have looked at this peptide. So now, if you look at the back of the book, there are pages and pages and pages of scientific references. So it's well proven of what the benefits are when you start using copper peptides. Now, that book inspired me because nobody was using the book. Not even Roy Sejano was using the book, right? So I'm not even sure if Roy Sejano has bought the book since I spoke to him in Korea. But this is
I
our
bought the book, but I haven't read it yet, brother.
okay. But this is the good thing. I'm not suggesting that people, especially doctors, read the book because they won't have the time to do it, right? They will tell you they'll do it, but they probably won't, right? So to inspire a doctor or anybody else for that matter with, as we say in Australia, half a brain, you ask them to read the back of the book. There is a summary of what this copper peptide can do. And every line, if that would happen to a person, just one of those lines, that would be a significant life-changing benefit. But most people are more lucky than just one line, right? So they get multiple benefits happening all at the same time. And that's what we call youth renewal. And quite often you can see it very quickly. It doesn't take a long time when you improve sleep and get rid of things like anxieties and um, raise somebody's energy, you're bound to get a new person. And you see this all the time. Yesterday in the Philippines, there's a lady, she wasn't there at the meeting, but they showed me some photos. 62, and you should look at her photos anyway. She looks like 19. And she dresses
Wow.
like a 19-year-old
Wow, 40 years
young,
younger.
and some other testimonials here that blew my mind, as they always do. One guy, I swear, he showed some pictures of himself, and he was there. He, in my view, would have died within weeks. He was that bad shape. Anyway, and now you see him on stage presenting live wave, and he looks like at least 20 years younger and top shape, right?
Wow.
And that's what we see a lot. It doesn't happen to everybody that quickly, maybe not, but you do need to allow some time. And if you're wise, you would incorporate some of the other products as well.
All right. So, uh, how do you build your downline? I'm start paying attention to that. I found it quite amazing how you help, like for instance, John Markin in England, and now we are helping the Korean, and now you even help my own. I sponsor Gabrielle Mercury, and I'll be with her and her team in Florida, I think next week, right?
Yeah,
But I noticed that Brother Michael is such a warrior. He flew from Australia all the way to Manila to help Gabriel Mercury and meet Brother David O'D, I believe. So I noticed
yep.
Brother David O'D is here too. So, what do you have inside you that have this burning desire? I always mention this to many people. When you want to sponsor somebody, you need to find five. Find me five somebody who has this burning desire, because a lot of people have a burning excuses. You have no idea how many burning excuses are here. You will laugh together with me. And some of the excuses doesn't even make sense. But we saw it, Brother Aloy saw it, Brother Rick and I saw it. But Brother Michael, you have this burning desire to have so many different people, even not in your team, and especially if we are on your team. Can you share a little bit more about that, Brother Michael?
Well, obviously, I follow the leader, and in this case, definitely that happens to be Roy Sejano. I do what he does, and I just keep communicating. And no matter what people do to me or say to me, I keep communicating because we got the best story to tell. Right? There is no better story than
Amen.
life. But
Amen to
I
that.
also follow the downline in the binary leader, and I don't care if they're personally sponsored or not. I know that each one of those leaders can be responsible of generating hundreds of thousands, if not millions of points in the next year or a few years even. And that would equate to income to me, right?
Right, that's right.
So I'm willing to invest in these people and teach them what I can. But you find that a lot of people, they look up to leaders. So if they don't see a leader once in a while, they lose interest. And so, yeah, this is why we are a family. We need to be there, just like mom and dad used to be there. We we need to help the people who just are born into life. We can do that very fast. It doesn't take long to train somebody up to be confident enough to tell the story. I would like to think that within weeks, people can make sufficient income to justify their time and justify staying connected. But people need to pay attention and they need a bit of education. And that's the first thing to teach them.
Yeah, very good, very good. Another question I have would be, uh, how many your leader are in Australia?
Well, that's the
I know you
thing.
have a lot of people all over the world.
I have a lot of customers, and obviously they are distributors, but they love buying the product. And in Australia, most people can afford the product, so it's not an issue. They are successful real estate agents or all kinds of professions, and they have the money to buy our products, and they happily do so. And I even believe call it cheap, right? And the exchange of value, what we provide, is definitely a good deal. But for most people in Asia, they are not that fortunate, so they must, as soon as possible, tell the story and generate a new income that can then ensure that they stay committed. So you have a small window of opportunity, let's say 2, 3 months at most. And if they haven't made enough cash flow from the business, they sadly enough think that they are dead in the water. They can't continue the business. But that's not necessarily true because LiveWave still pays fast starts commission. And
Right,
that could
right.
be for a even if you're inactive, right? Now, I'm not suggesting to people they should go inactive because you do need the product, and if you can't afford it, just sell the product. You know, get the show on the road and make sure that you are cash flow positive, so you can self-generate and upgrade to the higher packs. But most people, unfortunately, don't know what cash flow is. They don't know what profits are really. They know how to earn income, but not generating a profit from your efforts is new to them. That's another thing we need to assist them with to show that if worst comes to worst, you go inactive, but you keep telling the story. You do not stop. And then you generate, let's say, a gold sale that would allow you to earn $100 US. You can then buy another packet of products, and that keeps the show on the road, right? And
Yeah.
if you do that well, within a few months you should be well and truly in profit, and now you can buy whatever it takes to keep the business going strong.
Okay. So if I just sign up with LiveWave, let's say you sign me up, I just sign up with LiveWave, what would be your give me 3 to 5 things to do first?
Well, the first things first is to listen to David Schmidt's product training webinars, and I tend to, send them what is relevant to them, and in most cases that would be pain, right? So then I send them the pain management product training webinars that we have. We then obviously sell or promote what they are dealing with personally on a personal level. Like if somebody can't sleep, then you send a sleep management webinar made by David Schmidt. Of course, David Schmidt is the authority, right? So
That's
we,
right.
we
That's right.
leverage we leverage on him. So that's step number one. Step number two is obviously they need to stay in the loop because people are busy. Justifications they have plenty of. So we need to make sure that they stay connected because if you can't follow them up, and it's kind of impossible to follow up 1,000 people personally, we need to use social media and in this case Zoom calls or whatever it takes. So make sure that they join the WhatsApp group, the Zoom calls, in my case, my Facebook page. Because quite often it takes them weeks before they realize they're sitting on a gold mine, right?
That's right.
Right?
That's true.
Because once they have their personal results and they have used it on their family members, their mind starts to reset and they suddenly are not upset by the word networking, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
I got
so
that. Yeah,
the first thing is to get them on board, and then usually after a couple of weeks, a couple of months, maybe people volunteer. They say, "Hey, can you tell me more about this business? Because I've got my brother, and my brother wants to sign up." And then obviously now they're interested. Now they're willing to pay attention. So that's important that they stay in the loop. And then obviously you need to teach how to generate cash flow because let's face it, a lot of people are short of cash. That's very real to them, but that shouldn't be the reason of quitting. The reason is shortage of money means you have to create new income and preferably leverage income, as is the case with LiveWave. Working by the hour, I don't care what people are getting paid. It's just not good enough, in my view. So by explaining how they can generate cash flow to initially be reinvested in more patch products, you keep selling the products, sooner or later you get more distributors to connect, and that's obviously where the leverage kicks in. And then, if you play the ball well, within a handful of years, you can be a senior presidential director. And that means quite a bit of money every day, every week. And then you push it even further. Like I don't see Roy Sudano quitting anytime just because he maxed out on the pipeline, right? He keeps going, and it's clear it's not the money that motivates Roy Sudano. It's being with people and helping people.
that's true. That is very true. You have, at certain level of life, in your life, once you reach a certain level, financially especially, uh, money is just, I know we need money every time. You wake up in the morning, you got to brush your teeth, already money, right? Had your breakfast, already money. You go to the office, drive a car, already money. Everywhere is money. You need money no matter what. We might be citizen of heaven, but we still live on earth, right, Pastor Ed? So we definitely need money. Brother Rick agree with me. So, but when you reach certain level, you're gonna have a new problem, which is, I got max every week, right? And then that thing accumulate very fast in your checking account. And checking account in America doesn't earn interest, right? So every 2 months, I have a couple 100,000 dollar that I gotta cash in, and sometime more than that. I was like, okay, now where do I need to invest? Buying house, buying stock, buying right now equity are pretty cool because at my level, at my age, you do not want to lose money. If I put everything on stock and the stock collapse, I'm going to lose all the money. So I've been buying lately. Been buying a lot of equities. I just bought one a couple of days ago, and it's kind of nice because they kind of guarantee. And if the stock collapse, you still have. I think the last one I bought have, let's say, negative 20%. I'm not losing any money at all. So I kind of like that. So my
Okay,
point
good.
sharing this is it's don't don't chase the money. Chase helping the people. If you are kind enough, I've been saying this forever, we got to change our mindset. You got to be nice, you got to be kind. You want to be able to help all your friends, your family. I've been doing so. And also, especially your downline is going to be working hard, right? Uh, if you change your mindset, you change your attitude, and you really want to help everyone, the Lord will bless you tremendously. I would say like crazy, because some of the week I could not even believe, like, how could I make that? I don't even understand that. But the Lord had blessed me. Now, Brother Michael,
Yes.
when I talk to many of my lead, because I'm not from network marketing background. My background is electrical engineering. I've got rocket, jet,
Yes.
missile, tank, and all that kind of stuff. So I have no clue what network marketing is. So my system, okay, a lot of people ask this. You know who you are, Roy. You got to have a culture. Roy, you got to have a system. Roy, you got to have this, you got to have that. I said, like, I don't have anything. What I did is just recruiting, 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 follow up, follow up, follow up, train them to death, train them to death, train them to death, train them to death. And one or two or three or four or five or more people get my message and they create their own system. Like my team in Singapore and Malaysia, oh my goodness. They are growing like rocket. Okay. In fact, there are two or three people in Malaysia that one Bora Bora, Brother Rick and I is gonna go to Bora Bora. You need to achieve minimum $300,000 a week. That is a lot of money. Three of my people in Malaysia already done that, Brother Rick, just for your information. And they decided not to go. I was like, my God, this is so hard to win and you're not going? How come? And this is what they said to me, brother. Brother Roy, I know we had achieved that. I know organization is growing, but if I go, I will lose 1 week of the momentum that I had grown in Singapore, in Malaysia, in Thailand. It's like, wow. The way they think is so deep than mine. I was thinking like, all right, we're gonna hang out with Brother Rick in Bora Bora. Exciting, right, Brother Rick? But the way they think is even deeper because they want to build
Yes.
it.
Amen.
So they have a system, they have a culture that they are really living by it. I don't have. Mine is just recruit, 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 follow up, follow up, follow up, train, train, train to death. Do you create a culture or a system building this network, brother Michael?
Well, the successful people, when you really boil it down, they might have a system or, you know, they are just very good at one thing, and it's communication. Right? And it doesn't matter which way you do it. If you keep communicating, the flow, the return flow will come. But most people, obviously, if they get a rejection or two rejections, what do they naturally do? They go in fear mode and stop talking, and it's all too hard. So people need to really have a hard look at themselves, and if they need some education in certain areas of their lives, such as knowing who you can trust, because obviously you can also do a deal with the wrong people in life. So, but you'll find that the Life Faith community is a lot of great people that built from the heart, and this is obviously the slogan that Life Faith is using. We built from the heart, but the heart, you need to communicate that love for people. If you don't do that, then yeah, nothing really is going to happen. So yeah, if you keep the communication flow up and you kind of own your skill, and it's a skill that you can improve on. Tiger Woods, excellent golf player, and he still trains every day to hone his skill in playing golf, right? It's with us too, you do a webinar like this and you look back at it and you think, well, maybe that wasn't too good, but then you do another one You do another one. You do another one until
Right.
you
That's
get the
right.
hang of it. But most people, unfortunately, they go, "Well, that was pretty bad of me. Or, I'm not good at this. Let me stop." And that's a
Yeah.
mistake too many people make.
So if you boil it down, do you think you have a system or a culture that you develop in your team, brother?
Well, like obviously, I have. When you boil it down, I only have 50 people that I communicate often with, right? Because
Mhm.
I can see they have a lot of potential, or I know they're already doing very well, and this is what we call relationship marketing. Me and Roy, we talk almost every day, even just for a few minutes, you know.
Yeah, that's
But
true.
the contact has to remain in place. You can't just sign somebody up and forget about them. So my system is very simple. Strengthen the relationship. Now, a lot of things we can do online, but nothing beats going out with Roy to Korea or going to the conventions. That is where your true reward is because now you can, hang together as a family and have some fun, right? And
That's right.
do some excursions. Like in Korea, we went to the palace and we dressed up and we look
uh,
like
like a king.
clowns, but but it didn't matter, you know. And this is the real price. The real price is brotherhood.
That's
And
true. That's true.
so I now got more friends than I ever had in real life. Like Jan Macken in the UK.
Mhm.
She's obviously one of my leaders, but you know, we love each other and we never met, right? And
Yeah,
there's
that's true.
this, and there's a different type of love. Obviously, it's not to me misinterpreted, but this is the thing, you know. Me and Roy, we love each other. We like brothers, right? And
Oh,
this
yeah.
is something you
And
can
thank you, brother
earn.
Michael. I want to share it with everybody here. You know, we were
Amen, Brother
going
Michael.
to Busan, and then when it was in the train, uh, when I jumped out from the train, my glasses flew off. I really thank you, brother Michael. And
Yes.
brother Michael, being a true brother to me, and he went down, going down the train, brother Rick, and pick up my glasses. I said, like, wow, this is the guy that I want to be friends with for the rest of my life because I can see
Yes.
the beautiful gold feature that he has inside his heart. I mean, like we are really brother. We walk at night. We were going around. We don't from Busan to another city, Myeongdong, Dongdong, and all that kind of stuff. We were we were there together, just like brothers. So I appreciate that, brother Michael. I really appreciate that.
So yeah, let me just add to that. Like I'm 62, right?
Yeah.
I don't see too many 62-year-old jumping down on the railway track to retrieve some glasses that Roy Sudana can easily afford to buy 1,000 of them. And I had to risk my life jumping down the track to retrieve his glasses, right? But the main thing is at 62, I was able to do it.
Yeah.
You know, I didn't call for somebody else on hey, can you get Roy Sejano's glasses down there? I went down and it took me literally 2, 3 seconds, right? Obviously, I was a bit concerned that the train would take off, but, but it was lightweight that gave me that ability,
Yeah.
right? I'm agile enough to jump up, it was reasonably high. So it's again, it's the lifestyle, the quality of life that you get that other 62-year-olds probably would never be able to do.
That's true. That's true.
So
So we
thank
are.
thank you, thank you, Live Life.
Thank you. So, guys, brother Michael and I, we've been really true brother. I mean, the way we act to each other, the way we support and help each other. and I really found a new brother down there in Australia, and we've been working all over the world now, Korea and the Philippines, and I think I'm going to the Philippines also, maybe in July, right, Brother Michael? Isn't that what Gabby said? July, they're gonna do it, another Philippine deal.
Yeah, well, and again, if you do that, I'll be here, right? I'll be in as many places as I can find the time.
Yeah,
Because I can, with this business, I can work anywhere. I can work in this
that's
hotel or
true.
any other hotel.
In any
And that's
coffee
a,
shop too.
yeah, well, that's the thing, the lifestyle that I have most people would love that, right? And I already got it. And that's
That's true.
thank you, Live again. It's so yeah, I'll be there, and I'll be in what is it? October. We'll be at Texas
Yeah, yeah,
there.
we'll be talking about that. So I know what time is it now. Okay, 6:30. Okay, perfect. So one last question from me, and then we're gonna open up for everybody to ask Brother Michael.
Yeah.
After I saw the way you work, your attitude, your true brotherhood, the way you support your downline, I notice all that is really amazing. I hope all the people that is watching this will pick up some ideas of how to build this correctly. We always have to share love, like Brother Michael said, but also at the same time, we got to show care because Brother Rick always told me this. That is the cheapest thing in America today. uh, yeah, talk is the cheapest thing in America today, right, Brother Rick? You always told me that.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we really gotta show it that what we really care and we meant what we said. So I think in Indonesia they call it how do you call that, Brother Aloysius? That you all easily promise, but you do not deliver. So let's deliver all of our promise to our downline, be the best upline you can be. And being the best upline you can be, that means you support them, makes you understand. Somebody just text me, Laura Martin. I don't even know whose downline you are, Laura. She want me to help to build her legs. So is a left leg, power leg, pay leg, I'm not sure. So I give my phone number in the chat. If you want to send me a chat, then oh, Pastor Ed, yeah, that is me and Brother Michael in Korea like crazy. Uh, you can chat me and then ask help, okay? Because I want to really help you to be successful in building Lifeway. So the last question, Michael, what is your next goal?
Well, you always have to set new goals, but I have a goal that is inspired by my church, and that's called the drug-free world.
Hmm.
Right? Now that's a big goal. People are addicted to many things. They're all drugs, in my viewpoint, and a lot of that is not helping mankind. So my mission is to get rid of the abuse of drugs, and I don't care if it is street drugs or prescription drugs. Yeah, so that's my long-term goal is to create a drug-free world where people treat each other like people and not like animals.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Well, guys, you hear it from Michel Servais, the Dutch uncle. You saw him in Facebook left and right. And now I open the channel to for everyone. Pastor Ed already raised his hand. Go
Great
ahead, Pastor
job.
Ed, and ask your questions.
Great job, Brother Michael.
Yeah, great
Thank
job.
you.
Amazing.
Brother Michael, I just gotta tell you, you really blessed me on the Facebook chats that you put, all the information that you give. I read every single one, and I've gone back years of all the
Yeah.
things that you've shared, and man, they're just as good 5, 6 years ago as they are now. So I
Yeah.
would suggest you guys do follow him, and you will get a wealth of information, videos that are you can't find anywhere. You find him in his Facebook page. So yes, go
Thank you.
find him. And thank you so much for being so open to give us all that information. We're newcomers. I've gotten into Lifeway 2.5 years ago, and I've learned more from you, Brother Michael, than from a lot of other people. You have been very instrumental, and I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
All right.
My pleasure. My pleasure.
All right. Anyone else want to say something, add something, ask him something? Now's the time. Dr. Marcus, don't you have any question, Dr. Marcus?
All right. Let me then just go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I didn't. Actually, I was enjoying the moment. There's a lot of people listening and not asking questions. It's great. And so I'm like them. I don't really, I'm listening very intently, and it's very nice. Thank you. Thank you, brothers.
All right.
Okay.
So there is a question from Brother David. Go ahead, Brother David.
Yeah, it's a pleasure to have Michael up here in Manila, and he gave a great over 2 hour presentation in the LifeWave office on Friday, and you know they're really good offices. We're lucky to have the staff are great, and then we both attended LifeWave presentation in SM Aura Mall yesterday. We had dinner with 3 ladies. They're fairly new to LifeWave, but like Michael and I, they were unvaxxed against a lot of pressure from, you know, mum and dad and their family and so on. But we had a good time. And the last time my wife and I saw Michael and his wife was at the Las Vegas convention 4 years ago. And that was a lot of fun. So, yeah, thanks very much, Michael, for coming up. It's been a pleasure. And although I'll see you before you go, and I'm lucky enough to be Michael's sponsor. So, you know, those matching bonuses are quite good. So, yeah. So I'll see you in the next two.
There you go. There you go. Thank you, Brother Michael. Thank you, Brother David. All right. And now is Andrea. Andrea, go ahead. Andrea?
Unmute yourself, Andrea.
Oh, sorry.
You muted again.
Sorry. Hi, gentlemen.
Hello.
I got a cold, so I'm gonna take off the video. Sorry.
Okay.
Can you please explain a little bit more regarding, as a senior director, how the matching bonus, even if you don't have all these direct people, someone can make more than you as a senior presidential director? I'm not quite understanding that, just from the downline perspective.
I think Sister Vicky need to answer that. Can you answer that, Sister Vicky?
Can I answer that?
Yeah, go ahead, Michael. Go ahead.
All right. Now, so let's say, imagine you started off and you signed up 10 people and they did their bit and you ended up with thousands of people in your downline. But you will, by that time, have had some successful people that reached the higher ranks on your first level, first generation, second generation, and third generation. So what could have happened, or should have happened to the binary, is that you, let's say, have 2 people making serious income on your first generation. So let's say they made $100,000 a year, you would get 25% of that. But then on your second level, you're most likely to have, let's say, 10 successful people that make, let's say, $50,000 a year. So you're going to get 20% of that. And then when the magic happens on your third level, if everybody did their bit, where you could have, let's say, 200 people earning serious income, and you're going to get 20% cut of that. So now that combined, these 25%, 20%, and 20%, combine it, is usually more than the $25,000 you can earn every week from your binary cycle commission. So you could end up with a situation where you have $50,000 in matching bonuses, depending on what people have done and what they've earned. And let's say you maxed out on $25,000 a week in cycle income, but there is no maxing out on matching bonuses. So you could end up literally, if the people are successful, with $100,000 in matching bonuses and $25,000 in cycle income every week. That takes a bit of work. It's not going to happen overnight. And the way to make it work is you help the leaders in your downline.
Very
Thank
true.
you.
That is very good, very true. And there are many, many weeks that I made over $25,000. And in some occasion, double means whatever the leftover was all from the matching bonus. That means all my leaders are making money. I love it. That's why I want everybody start making $25,000, then I'm going to hit $100,000. All right. Cool. Very good.
Cool. Thank you.
Any other question? It's your time. Who are you? It's your time.
Hello,
Hello.
that's Sandra Moore, Lake City, Texas. I didn't realize
Okay.
my hand was up. Sorry about that. But again,
Oh, you mute yourself. You mute yourself, Sandra.
I didn't intend to do that either. But I'm excited. I'm excited today. I put in my first, I'm gonna say, introduction in Facebook about LifeWave.
All
I'm
right.
excited about that, and I'm hearing all the nuggets or perks on what to do, and I'm I guess I'm still myself.
There you
Can you
go.
see?
Yes.
And I'm excited. I'm a newbie too. I mean, I haven't been in that long, but I know that the product is what it say it is, because it's got a lot of people testifying to the fact,
Yeah.
and it works. And I also I put some patches on my son, and he said, "Mom, it worked." So I'm like, to get him to tell me it works, that's another testimony of truth. Because like I've heard some say, I put the patches on the people, and this particular person say, "Oh, it didn't work," and they said they kept putting patches on and then found out they wasn't telling the truth. It's because of
That's right.
what happened, with the results of that. So we know that the product that we are introducing to people, it does work. It may depend on the toxicity of them, that it may take longer for it to work,
Yeah.
but it's the fact if they would just order their product and not expect for us to continue to get them samples.
That's it. Yes.
So
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm excited, and thank you for calling me. And you guys
Very
are
good.
off the chain. I like to be like you guys, share,
All
which I have
right.
no problem sharing, but after sharing, that we can reap the harvest of what is to come.
Yeah. Very good.
Good.
Very good.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Amen.
Amen, brother Rick. So, anyone else going to ask a question? Aloysius? Brother Aloy? Do you have any questions?
Well, yes. Well, thank you, Uncle Dutch. Michel Servais. It's a great sharing, and it's great. I just could you please share with us, as you all agree that the list of names is the source of network marketing. How could you add up? How could you list the names you add up all the time. Do you have any special suggestion for us? Because the new names will be the new prospect and the new member, right? So how could you add up all the names to your list? Any suggestion to us for the new beginners? Thank you.
So I assume you're talking about my Facebook page, how to get more members into your Facebook page.
Yeah.
Okay.
What now?
Right. Now, all right. Now, the biggest mistake that people make, I believe, is that when they start a Facebook group, they close the group. Right? They close the group, and that's not networking. You should be open for anybody to come into your group. If they were to give you a hard time, or something untoward happens, you get rid of them. But technically, the group has to be open. Everybody is welcome. One big happy family, and once they're in the group, obviously it will attract other people to the group because they have friends. So before you know it, your group will grow, especially if you make it, let's say, country specific, like Indonesia. You could make a group in your language, and then it's a matter of support. Now, support doesn't mean Q&A between, in my case, 36,000 people asking each other questions that in most cases have been answered previously anyway. But if people start asking each other's questions, you can almost guarantee that they will be talking about medical conditions. And that is not what we are supposed to talk about. So it's just creating posts, informing on where to get information from, and just keep doing that. The group will grow. And then you'll find complete strangers walk into your group, and that becomes your next prospect. Well, so it's not an entirely waste of time for me. I get lots of prospects every day, every week, and some of them obviously are your future success stories. But in the meantime, I answer hundreds of questions every day, every week, from people who don't really have a support. They've just started. So I do take my time helping people with personal questions, but I don't necessarily give them the answer on my Facebook page. So you need to really police your Facebook page, otherwise within no time you'll be in trouble with LifeWave because they don't want you to talk about medical conditions, right?
Okay.
So that's what I suggest you do.
Got it, brother Aloy?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, Michel Servais. Thank you. Thank you.
Brother Aloy? Okay.
Hi. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. All right. So you got the answer from Brother Michael?
Yes, brother. Yes.
Okay, cool. Okay, any other questions, ladies and gentlemen? Brother Tito, any questions?
No, I don't have any question, but I would like to say thank you to Michael for being here tonight. And I saw his video on the Philippines. Gabi recorded it, and what I learned from Michael is he's very genuine person because he tell everyone that the most important thing in business is communication. Am I correct? Yeah, that's
Yep.
what he specify more in communication because communication is so important, and not only for business but any person you want to talk to, understanding you and giving the right expectation. And I see Michael, probably his background is used to be in corporate world or maybe has a big business. The way he handles himself is so professional, and he can understand people because this business is really people's business, and try to analyze every individual, how we can help them. And also he mentioned about the support. Support is not only just money support, but support from a leader that can share what knowledge they had, not because they're there already, but the journey that they had with Lifeway, because people want to see the journey. How it happened to you? I mean, how did you achieve that? Everybody so excited about the achievement what they have, but people don't really realize what was their journey being on top, and that's really important. And thank you, Michael, for and then for sharing your what do you call it, share your talent and your knowledge about life. And I love your Facebook. Yeah.
All right. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Michael.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Brother Michael, I want to say a few words. I'm very happy with what you've done in the last 17 years with Brother Roy and Brother David, because it takes a team work, makes the dream work. And stay by
Amen.
like you said, be connected. And some miracles take time. A lot of times people go, it doesn't work as fast. Remember, winners don't quit and quitters don't win. And that's why
That's right.
you're a winner, Michael, because you didn't give up. And David, too. And Brother Roy's always never gave up on me. And Brother Tito, I've known Tito for 27 years. These people, Pastor Ed, Brother Lorenzo, these are all winners. And when you get a bunch of winners in a room, you create an explosion, because we learn from each other's vision and mindset of what they've done and where they went through the minefield. So what you just
Yeah.
showed is a success journey that you went through. And I appreciate that, because we can learn from that. We did learn, and Pastor Ed learned a lot from that. And I could see the excitement in the air that there's a lot of energy, through that, which your journey through Facebook and all those, people that you met along the way, especially, Roy and you guys just meet people on the street. And I've seen Roy talk to everybody. And it's and it's just, it's never giving up. It's all out massive action, because you never know when you're going to find a superstar. And Brother
That's
David
true.
said he's so happy that he's your sponsor. And that's the first time I knew that David was a sponsor. I'm so happy for you, David. You got a winner there. And all it takes is a few good men or a few good women to make this thing rock. And this is
That's true.
our future. So we're all blessed. And
We
remember,
are
life is a
definitely
company with
blessed.
no limits. We're the best is yet to come, David said. Don't miss the conference, because that'll be our turning point. Our life.
That's right.
God bless us all in Lifeway. Thank you, everybody.
Amen, Brother Rick. Thank you so much.